It is March 23rd, 4:28 p.m. All right. So, anyways, gold just went up like $100 in the Canadian dollar. It went up $60 in USD, and that's after they launched the stimulus, the unlimited stimulus is what they're dubbing it. I'm not sure if you could see it, but hopefully you guys can see it. It's in Canadian dollars there, but anyways, it's like 106.50, right? So around $110. It went up just today, and this is when they started with the stimulus package, and I don't know what's happening. A lot of things are happening right now. I made a video about when to spot a recession, and hell, I gotta say, we are in the beginning of one. I mean, some people might think, hey, we're in the middle of one, but I think we're in the beginning of one. One of the reasons is, yes, my neighbors have been laid off, and everybody is pretty much at home. I mean, this thing happens so quickly, it's unbelievable. I mean, you'd think that, hey, it'll take like months for it to happen. No, this lockdown literally just went boop. And, a week or two later, we're in lockdown, and pretty much most of the world is in lockdown, most of the Western world. Asian, they're getting their factories up and running again. They have it contained. They're doing very well, which is not a measure that we're taking right now. So I think it's going to happen. A lot of things are going to get worse, right? It's not going to get better anytime soon. And I'm advising people, hey, well, in my opinion anyways, and I'm not advising, I'm just saying, hey, in my opinion, I think you should go stock up on food. I mean, very, very important. I gotta say, my mother, I'm very, very, very disappointed in her. She's very stubborn. I don't know what to say. I've been telling her to stock up. She just refuses to stock up. And, I'm trying to send her instant noodles from Amazon now, while I still can, because a lot of stuff on Amazon is running out. I don't know if it's coming back. So, we live in different cities, so it's just getting very dreadful for me as well. She lives alone, and, she likes to live in a place that is the major city. So now the city is in lockdown, and I don't know how that's going to play out, but hopefully everything is fine. I'm still trying to send her stuff. But the financial market, I got to say, I can't go to my bank. The bank is closed, coronavirus, COVID-19, and then most of the trading platforms are running into problems. I tried opening a Forex account, and I shoved in $1,000, and they're still pending that one. I don't know what the hell is happening there. And every day I'm looking at Questrade, it's saying there's some emergency problems. They're trying to fix it and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh hell, what the hell? All right. So anyways, my stock has went up. I mean, today, I guess I'm kind of happy today. Better than other days. Today, I bought something right at the open. Gold and silver was down. I bought some silver stocks, and it was at about 20 cents when I locked in at about 1,000 shares, right? And it went out about 5 cents. And you're thinking, 5 cents is not a lot, man. Well, I guess it's not a lot, but if it goes up 5 cents and you have 10,000 shares, that's about $500. So it's still better than nothing. It's still better than going down every day. But, a lot of the silver stocks and gold stocks has been hitting better than before. I think it's off their lows now. I don't think it's going to go any lower. I could be completely wrong. But, they're coming out with stimulus package like crazy. I wanted to sell the stock today that I bought this morning to lock in on my $500 gain on just that particular stock, right? I also have other stock that went up. But I canceled that order. I was like, forget it. I don't know. Everything is happening so quickly. I'd rather have the stocks than have stuff, right? Because the Canadian dollar went down a lot too. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep that there for now. So anyways, I'm not going to talk about individual stocks because once I get into them, there's so many to go over. But if it does drop, I'm going to lock in on some because it looks like everything is happening so quickly. And going back to what I was saying about the recession, all my neighbors is pretty much at home right now, so they're laid off. And I was saying in my other video, how do you spot a recession? Well, we're at the beginning of one. And why I'm saying that we're in the beginning of one, because it happens so quickly, right? It's not like it took months. I mean, months at least, people just like, you still have time, right? So I think we're in the beginning of one because I think a month or two later, we are fully into a recession because that's when people are going to run dry, right? They have some savings left. I mean, at least some savings to buy food, to pay rent, electricity. So once they start running dry, they're going to start getting into arguments with their family and, oh, you're not doing enough, that you're, now we are, we're in debt, and now the house is getting foreclosed. Even though people are coming out with bank deferrals, right? I mean, the banks, right? But how it works is from the Canadian perspective. I don't know about what's happening with the US, but in Canada, what is happening is, even though they're saying they're doing a bank deferral, right? The mortgage deferral, I mean. What happens is that they're going to defer the payments, and then it's going to add on, and then it's going to add interest. So the banks don't want to lose money. People don't want to lose money, or actually people don't have money to lose. And, this thing is going to get very bad. Can you imagine if you defer a $5,000 mortgage, and then now it's going to become a $10,000 mortgage, and then it's going to add interest on top of it? Holy shit. I mean, that is going to be a lot, and a lot of people are going to go bankrupt. And I don't know. I mean, as I know it, I just read that. So they might change it, so it might change. But what I got to say is, if you're in debt, and I think it's very bad. For now, I mean, I think they're going to people are going to go bankrupt first before everything gets solved. And the real estate market, as much as people want to say, the Toronto real estate market, Vancouver real estate market is the new gold. It surged last month. Like, bullshit. Come on, man. I already made a video on the Toronto real estate market in the last video. I think that thing is going to collapse because the stats are from like a month ago, right? So that thing is going to go down so quickly. Who is going to go open house? I mean, who? And when people from other countries are like, shit, your country is infected and they cannot contain the virus. It's not like Hong Kong. It's not like, what do you call it? Taiwan, at least they have it contained. I know people in Hong Kong, they're doing very well. I mean, some of them going into restaurants and they're doing fine because everybody is wearing masks. Nobody is recommending to wear masks in the Western society, and that is just going to hit really hard when the investors from overseas are just going to pull out money, because now your investment in a city or a country that is infected and cannot control the infection, that's not going to bode well. And, I think the real estate market is going to take a hard hit. It's going to flush out all of my friends, the friends that I've been warning so much about. It's going to flush them out before things get better. And this is going to be a very hard hit. My mom, I was going back to my mom. My mom was saying she went out to buy food, right? I told her to buy dry goods, storage food for at least 6 months. She refuses to buy it. So she went out to buy some meat. And then she literally said to me, oh, the meat went up like $2. And then I asked them why it went up, and the guy was like, oh, everything's going up. The meat prices, the things are going up, so we have to pass that on to a consumer and things like that. And it's true. Things are going up. If you don't buy it now, I don't know if you could buy it later. And even if you could buy it later, it wouldn't be at the price that you would have bought it like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or a month ago. So, I think prices are going up because everybody is strapped for cash. And not just that, they're strapped for supplies, actually, not for cash. So, everybody's trying to buy up all the supplies because they need it, right? People need to eat. People need to use the toilet paper and whatnot. And it's going to get worse from here. So, if you could buy some of the stuff, I made 2 videos. One to buy cleaning, first aid, and hygiene supply. Check out that video on the WBankCA HD channel. I bought what type of food to buy, because the thing is, if you're buying fresh meat and veggies, it's going to rot very soon. And actually, fresh meat, you can freeze it, so that's kind of good. But, you should buy like pasta, flours, and things like that. Things that can be stored, right? So anyways, I think this is going to go from bad to worse, and we're not in the worst of everything. So I think it's just going to get worse. That's pretty much it. I have nothing else to say. I think things are happening very quickly right now. And, gold and silver will probably do well. Well, as I know, the stocks are doing well today anyways. If it drops tomorrow, I'm fine with that. I probably will have some more money to put in because I think that with all the stimulus package, and it's actually very sad. So our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau today pretty much said that they're launching, what do you call it? It's not a stimulus. I think it was only $85 billion for a stimulus. It was a vaccine donation to a thing to try to discover a vaccine, right? So it was only $100 million. I'm like, 100 million isn't a lot. I mean, you're saving a lot of lives, and you know, 100 million for a vaccine isn't a lot. I mean, I can see the US or even China donating more to a vaccine than 100 million. But anywho, things are going to get a lot worse. So, you know, check out some of the videos on what you should get to prepare for this crisis. We are already in a crisis. I think we're in the beginning of a crisis, and things are going to get from bad to worse and much worse.